Tonight on Connecticut's news station, the first Friday night lights of October. Stay with us, football fans, for a look at tonight's high school heroes and goats.
Terrifying moments inside of a nursing home. Now, 2 people are dead in what's being called a murder-suicide. I'm Matt Carrot reporting in Cromwell. We'll share all the breaking details.
But first, dramatic new video from a police officer's body camera showing him being attacked. Police say a driver who knew the officer came right at him during a traffic stop. We want to warn you, though, what you're about to see is not for the faint of heart.
Breaking news now on Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
We begin tonight at a high-rise in New Haven where a homicide investigation is underway. Thanks for joining us here on CW20. I'm Brent Hart.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. This all went down just a few hours ago.
Now take a look at the crime scene here. It is the Bella Vista housing complex on Eastern Street.
Many of the people who call this high-rise home are seniors, some disabled.
Fox 61's Kaylee Collins is outside the Bella Vista complex. Kaylee, what have you learned?
Well, Brent, Sarah, there were about 4 or 5 police cruisers here throughout the night over the past few hours as that homicide investigation got underway. Now it's looking like there's only about 2 left here on scene. We also did notice some residents coming out of their apartments, so it doesn't look like there was any sort of evacuation or shelter order given by police as they conducted this investigation. But this all got started a little bit before 6 this evening. That's when police were first called for reports of a shooting here at the senior living facility. Now, as you mentioned, Bella Vista is a multi-floor, high-rise senior living apartment complex with a New Haven police substation located actually right here on the property. We heard from one man whose mother lives on the 6th floor here. He says that though there is security at this complex, an incident like this does make him worry for his mother's safety.
All I know is I pulled up, I seen a lot of squad cars, got in touch with her, make sure she was all right, and then somebody said someone got shot on the 17th floor. Especially the elderly residents, they should have more security.
Now, again, on the point of security, that resident says that visitors do have to be buzzed into the complex, and since there is that police substation so close, police were able to quickly respond to this shooting and quickly begin their homicide investigation. Police say that there is no suspect in custody at this time. We're still working to learn more information on the identity of the victim. Right now, we just know that it is a 56-year-old male. It has not yet been confirmed whether or not he was a resident of this facility or if he was just simply visiting. We, of course, will update you on any new information as it becomes available. For now, reporting live in New Haven, Kaylee Collins, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Kaylee, thank you. We will continue to provide updates on this breaking news as we receive them on air, online, and on the Fox 61 News app. You can download it for free using the QR code here on your screen. And we have this breaking news just into our newsroom tonight. All southbound lanes on I-91 in Rocky Hill are closed because of a serious crash there. Take a look at the backup here. This is a live look. Officials say this is the area of exits 22S and 23. The DOT is reporting one of the vehicles involved in the crash flipped over. We're keeping an eye on this, but if you're heading out soon and your travels take you through Rocky Hill, you're going to want to find another way around that.
Yeah, that traffic looks nasty out there. There's even some more breaking news to tell you about tonight in Woodbury.
Our newsroom has received body cam footage tonight of an assault on a Woodbury police officer. The attack happened Thursday afternoon. Now, we want to warn you, this footage is very violent.
State police sent us 2 perspectives from 2 body cams, which you're about to see here. Our team has spent the last few hours going through that video.
Thursday at 1:30 p.m., Woodbury police officer Tim Wright pulled over Tyler Wilmot on North Main Street for not properly displaying his license plate. Officer Wright asked for Wilmot's license and registration. Police say Wilmot was driving without his license. Officer Wright got back into his cruiser to process his information, but that's when Wilmot got back out of his black Jeep and approached the cruiser.
Handle this like a man, dude.
Before Officer Wright gets out of his cruiser, he calls for backup, saying Wilmot was walking away. Officer Wright gets out of his vehicle and begins walking toward the suspect.
Don't come near me. Don't come near me.
This is when video shows the 2 engaging in a struggle. And at one point, the video shows Wilmot swing at Officer Wright with some sort of weapon. Moments later, Officer Wright falls to the ground. We've stopped the video here because things get very gruesome. Seconds later, another police cruiser pulls up and Officer John Cavello chases after Wilmot before eventually using his taser and getting him to the ground.
Give me your other hand.
Officer Wright can be seen coughing up blood and calling on his radio for an ambulance for himself.
Send me an ambulance for me.
Officer Cavello was handcuffing Wilmot, but turns to the injured officer.
Did he stab you?
He attacked me. Yeah, I think so.
Wright points to his neck, and the video goes on to show blood across the left side of his face. That's where the body cam footage ends. Fox 61 was in the courtroom Friday when the suspect was arraigned. We learned a lot of disturbing details about Wilmot's past and his relationship with Officer. The most notable, the stab wound was about 1 millimeter away from his carotid artery. Prosecutors say he was that close to potentially dying.
As you can imagine, this event is still under investigation. 31-year-old Wilmot's charged with attempted murder and assaulting a police officer, along with other charges. He's expected back in court on the 9th. And Connecticut's news station will be following all developments in the case to the very end. Download our free Fox 61 News app for all the latest information, plus breaking news as it happens.
This is a good time to step back and catch our breath a little bit. Maybe turn to the weather for a look at the forecast on this Friday night.
And isn't this the first full weekend of October, Rachel? I'm sure a lot of people have plans to get outside this weekend.
And we've got 2 beautiful days to enjoy. If you like it warmer, Saturday's the day for you. But if you are more of a fall person, I think you're going to like Sunday when temperatures will start turning cooler. And that cooling trend is going to continue almost each and every day as we head through next week. Right now, temperatures are in the 50s to right around 60 degrees. If you take a look and widen out the satellite and radar, you'll see a cold front approaching and some showers associated with it. A lot of these showers are going to end up fizzling by the time they make it to Connecticut, but there is a chance for a passing light shower right around daybreak tomorrow morning. We'll say before 8 a.m. 7, 8 a.m., a light shower or 2 is out there. And then the rest of the day, we're clearing and seeing plenty of sunshine with a nice, sunny and warm afternoon. So temperatures in the morning start off in the 50s. By noon, we're near 70, and highs will be in the low to mid 70s as we head through the afternoon, with clear skies right into tomorrow evening. If you're heading to the Harwinton Fair, it's going to be a beautiful day for that. The showers should be over before 10 a.m. so you can get out and enjoy. And then we're a bit cooler for the second half of the weekend on Sunday. As I mentioned before, that cooling trend continues almost each and every day next week. We'll take a look at the changes ahead coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, this first Friday of October was a great night for some high school football.
Certainly was. Fox 61 Sports Director Jonah Karp is here with a preview of tonight's Friday Night Lights game. Hey, Jonah, you had the fun today.
Oh, I did. I like that we're all together.
I know. Look at this. Look at this team. Rachel, you want to come over here?
Yeah, Rachel, come in. Usually you're at the desk. There's like an echo. This is great.
Here she is. Look at that.
Happy Friday, everybody. Let's show you one of the highlights from tonight. Another beautiful night for football. Let's take you to Middletown. Xavier hosting Fairfield Prep. The Jesuits, one of the best teams in the state, and looking like it. Robbie Manning whipping it over to Jeremiah Langston. He does the rest. That's a 54-yard score. That put Fairfield Prep up 3 touchdowns in the first half. But a lot of football happened after that. And we'll have more on this game, plus other scores from around the state of Connecticut. That's all coming your way later in the show. Brent, Sarah, back to you.
All right, thank you, Jonah. All day we've been following a story in Cromwell. 2 people died in a shooting at a nursing home this morning.
The shots rang out almost 12 hours ago. An apparent murder-suicide. Fox 61's Matt Karen spent the day uncovering what happened.
We have now learned the identities of the 2 people who are dead. They are 81-year-old Barbara Brandt and 82-year-old Dennis Brandt, husband and wife. At capacity, Apple Rehab's facility here behind me is home to 75 residents, both long-term and short-term care. A lot of them older, a vulnerable population with memory and mobility issues, which is why when shots rang out inside just after 11 a.m., everyone was concerned.
Very scary, nerve-wracking.
Sharda Baker's mom works inside the building. She heard the shots that claimed 2 lives just after 11 a.m. Friday.
She said she saw the administration, like a few ladies running, And then she heard the gunshot, and then she started running. And she said that she locked herself in a bathroom, her and another employee.
Cromwell police arrived within minutes, followed by the state police major crime squad.
Completely unfortunate tragedy.
Investigators are treating this as a domestic-related murder-suicide. They say a man showed up to visit his wife. Upon entering her room, he shot and killed her. She was 81, a well-known resident of the nursing home for 3 years. The husband then quickly turned the gun on himself, taking his own life.
There didn't seem to be any prior threat.
Apple Rehab Vice President of Operations Mike Landy told Fox 61, lots of people visit the nursing home each day. The facility has a sign posted to remind visitors that weapons are prohibited, but there are no pat-downs or metal detectors. They'll be taking a second look at security measures.
There's a front desk position where we do screening, and there's a notification of what you can or cannot bring in the nursing home, but this was not anticipated.
Landy said when the gunshots were heard, staff executed their security plan, calling 911 and locking down resident rooms. No one else was hurt or in the room when the shooting happened. It's being called a tragic but isolated incident.
Prayers for everyone that's inside that's affected by this.
Mike Landy told me at no point was any evacuation necessary, and they've been in close contact with the Connecticut Department of Public Health for guidance over the next several days. Apple Rehab will have additional staff at the nursing home in order to help residents and employees cope with the tragedy and the trauma. Reporting at Cromwell, Matt Caron, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Well, police across Connecticut will be looking for gun owners tomorrow, but not for arrest or anything like that. Some stations will be giving away gun safes, and others will be buying back guns. Hartford police will be offering gift cards of up to $200 for assault weapons and $100 for pistols and revolvers. This will be going on from 9 to 3 tomorrow at 50 Jennings Road. No ID required, no questions asked. Meanwhile, as we mentioned, other police departments from Bridgeport to New Haven and from Middletown to Newtown will be giving away locking gun safes tomorrow. You'll find information at the links page at fox61.com.
As Connecticut residents, we love to brag about our pizza and our Huskies, and tonight we have something new to boast about. Bradley International has been named one of the top 10 airports in the nation for the 8th consecutive year. So if you've ever been stuck in a long line there, maybe you're asking, says who? Well, the answer is the organizers of the Condé Nast Travelers Reader's Choice Awards and the folks behind the J.D. Powers North America Satisfaction Study. J.D. Powers ranked Bradley 10th among medium-sized airports with a score of 654 out of 1,000. Better than Cleveland, but not quite as good as Indianapolis, which was ranked number 1.
Better than Cleveland.
Yeah, you want to be better than
Sorry, Cleveland.
All right. We have much more coming up here on the news at 10. The Connecticut National Guard is in North Carolina tonight providing help to those impacted by Helene. Hundreds of people are still missing across the South.
And tonight, the death toll from Helene has surpassed 220. We'll get an update from the storm zone.
Plus, some good news here at home. Cleanup crews making progress after the catastrophic flooding in August. We'll show you what's changed in Oxford tonight. Stay with us.
Learning I had a substance use disorder helped me realize I needed to make a change. But I found strength in seeking help. Find the path that works for you. Learn more at cdc.gov/stopoverdose.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, and more.
If there's one guarantee in home ownership, it's that things are going to break down.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it.
And if they can't fix it, they will replace it.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service.
We've saved thousands of dollars that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again. Call 1-800-508-6823 now or go online to get your free no obligation quote. So call now.
Let's celebrate 50 years of hockey.
There are the hockey stars in Orlando. Calvillo! He scored! Diving was grand, and he made the save he did!
50 years of Hartford hockey starts October 18th.
Can Nariva support your brain health?
Mary, Janet, hey!
Eddie, no, Fraser, Frank. Frank?
Fred, how are you? Fred.
Support up to 7 brain health indicators, including memory. When you need to remember Nariva.
Fox 61 Weather Impact. Your weather when you need it.
Now, Fox 61 Weather Impact with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank.
We have a beautiful weekend ahead. If you like it warmer, Saturday is the day for you. There is a chance for an early morning shower, I would say before 8 a.m. The rest of the day is dry. The rest of the weekend is dry, but it will turn a bit cooler on Sunday, not dramatically so. Instead of highs in the mid-70s, we'll be closer to the 70-degree mark, which is really still near average for this time of year. But then we'll see another push of rain heading into early on Monday, and that is a cold front that will bring much cooler temperatures as we head towards this time next week, with a stretch of days in the 60s. Not that it's, again, unusual for this time of year, but still, sometimes it can come as a bit of a shock to the system, especially after the last couple of days. So you're seeing that here on the temperature trend, the warmest day being tomorrow, and then almost each and every day is a few degrees cooler than the day before it. We're looking at highs near 60 degrees by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. That's inland, mid-60s for the Connecticut shoreline. Taking a look at the satellite and radar, we're calm out there right now, but we are watching this cold front, and a lot of this is going to break apart by the time it gets here. So after 2 a.m. through about 7 or 8, there could be a stray passing shower or a sprinkle in spots, but that's going to be about it. By 11 a.m., maybe even earlier, we see clouds breaking for some sunshine, and I think that sun, again, will stick around for the rest of the day. So Saturday, we're looking at high temperatures mostly in the lower to middle 70s, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the New Haven area hit 77. Windsor Locks might also climb into the upper 70s. We just got the perfect ingredients for that. And then on Sunday, we're closer to 70, so again, not quite as warm. Then we've got these showers that will be approaching heading into Monday morning especially. I think we get about a quarter of an inch of rain with this before that cool down happens, and we really do need that rain. About or over 60% of the state is now included in abnormally dry territory, which should come as no surprise. It's been a while since we've seen a good old soaking rain, and what you're looking at here, these numbers represent how far below average we are season to date. So for meteorological fall, which starts September 1st through now, we're running about 4 inches below average. So we need a soaking rain. Monday's rain is not going to do it for us, but still, we'll take every bit we can get. This is Hurricane Kirk, which has actually set records for the farthest east in the Atlantic that a Category 4 hurricane has ever developed this late in the season. Winds of 130 miles an hour, but this is our favorite kind of hurricane because it will not impact land, and we are happy about that. But still, the waves are so powerful, there might even be some of the waves making it all the way to the East Coast ocean-facing beaches. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast, noticing we've got that rain in there for Monday, 60s Monday and beyond, but notice a lot of sunshine once you get past Monday, so at least, you know, we're talking about, with those cooler temperatures, some blue skies to go along with it. I think fall lovers are going to love next week, guys.
Yeah, if the sun is setting earlier, too, it's nice to get some sunshine in while we can. Thank you, Rachel. Well, some good news tonight from Oxford and pictures to prove it here. Take a look at the now reopened Route 67 by Wyatt Road. Crews built a temporary bridge and rebuilt the road to get traffic moving again. You'll recall how the catastrophic flooding in August left Oxford, Seymour, and other parts of Connecticut in shambles. We'll keep checking to see how recovery efforts are going and share more updates with you here and online.
The Hurricane Helene death toll has topped more than 220 now, 1 week after the storm made landfall.
That number is expected to rise even further as hundreds are still missing.
And tonight, the search for survivors is becoming increasingly dire as people in some communities still have no food, clean water, or power.
Madison Scarpino is in hard-hit North Carolina tonight.
There's a lot of mold starting to grow in here.
A week after Hurricane Helene hit, hundreds of thousands are still without power. Tens of thousands are without water. More than 200 are dead, making it the deadliest storm to hit mainland U.S. since Hurricane Katrina.
The damage is unfathomable. It's just more damage than anybody can imagine.
Volunteer groups are pouring in, trying to meet intense needs.
We've heard everything: baby formula, diapers, from food, water, all the way to body bags.
They're hiking door to door, trying to find dozens of people still listed as missing. But some say what they haven't seen is enough federal help.
We ain't seen no federal people. I ain't seen no. You know what it is? It's your neighbor. It's your friend at the gas station.
There's just a complete failure of weak leadership here in North Carolina, the federal government.
So sad.
North Carolina's governor talked about the response in Canton today.
This unprecedented catastrophic storm requires an unprecedented response. And we're in the middle of that right now.
There's a lot of misinformation about the fact that we are not going to have enough money because it's being redirected elsewhere. Just plain false.
The Pentagon is sending 1,000 active duty troops to assist FEMA.
This is another group of men and women that can go in with an amazing capability that will augment the National Guards and help get critical need in.
They're sending in helicopters to help with search and rescue and to deliver food and water to hard-to-reach areas. There's also a water purification system that could get water back to some in a day or two.
These folks are resilient. It's going to take a long time to recover.
And that was Madison Scarpino reporting. Still ahead here on the news at 10. Country icon Dolly Parton is doing her part, pitching in money to aid those trying to rebuild and recover what they lost. We'll have that story ahead.
But first, an update on Triple E here at home and all across New England. Stay with Connecticut's news station.
We haven't had a chance to talk since you've been back.
I want to support you, but it's difficult when you're so far away.
I'm leaving for Boston in a few days.
Is that what you really want?
Will it bother you not having a plan?
Life's got a way of showing you what your next move's gonna be.
What about your feelings for Cal? What feelings? Andrew and I make sense. You sure about that?
Sullivan's Crossing.
Wednesday at 8 on CW20.
When you play Mohegan Sun Online Casino, you can be up even in your downtime.
All done. Oh, already?
Seriously injured in a motorcycle accident? Call Trantolo and Trantolo today.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, and more.
If there's one guarantee in home ownership, it's that things are going to break down.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it.
And if they can't fix it, they will replace it.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service.
We've saved thousands of dollars that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again. Call 1-800-508-6823 now or go online to get your free no obligation quote. So call now.
At Consumer Cellular, we pride ourselves on giving you fast, reliable, nationwide coverage at up to half the cost of the leading carriers. But don't worry, we've got more than that going for us. Like this beautiful store in Arizona, for example. It's the perfect place for me to tell you a little bit more about our phones and how they can become your phones. You name it, we probably got it. We have the top smartphones from all the major companies. If it's state-of-the-art cameras you want, we got them. If you want a smartphone with lots of bells and whistles but won't break the bank, we've got that too. We even have a flip phone, like the Iris Flip. We even have watches. I know what you're thinking. What if I don't have one of these amazing stores in my town yet? Can I get these phones sent to me?
Yes, you can.
Is it easy?
Easy as pie.
New customers save $50 when you sign up today. Call 800-918-5352. Find us in Target or visit consumercellular.com to switch today.
She knows what she's talking about. Pick up the phone.
Fox 61 Weather Impact. Your weather when you need it.
Welcome back. More mosquitoes are testing positive for Triple E here in Connecticut. Mosquitoes with Triple E have been found in 16 towns across Connecticut now. To avoid an infection, experts recommend spending less time outside at dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. There have been 13 human cases reported across the U.S. this year, 4 in Massachusetts and 5 in New Hampshire, where 2 of those patients died, but so far none of them have been found in Connecticut.
A Coventry man's facing animal cruelty charges. Police say more than 30 cats were found at Derek Van Doren's home on Carpenter Road, all in various health conditions. Officers captured the cats with the help of a volunteer. They were taken to a veterinarian to be evaluated. Van Doren's due in court next week.
To Arkansas now, where Dolly Parton is digging deep into her own pockets to aid relief efforts down south. The country music icon announced today she's donating $1 million to help those affected by the deadly storm. She did so at a Walmart event in Bentonville, Arkansas. As you may know, Parton is a native of eastern Tennessee, and she told the crowd there that the mountains and the area affected, that's her home too. Parton's amusement park, Dollywood, is donating another $1 million, and the Walmart Foundation committed to contributing $10 million as well.
That's great to see.
Good chunk of change there, yeah.
Well, yeah, and Walmart can afford it. They certainly can, and it's good. It's always great to see Dolly getting out there and doing good work. Yeah, I just love her.
That money will help.
Yep. Still ahead here on the news at 10 when President Biden returned to the White House from touring 2 of the states impacted by Helene. He did something today that took reporters by surprise. What's even more surprising still? Well, we'll tell you next on Connecticut's news station.
Well, later, everyone inside a house on fire in one Connecticut town made it out okay, but not their pets. Stay tuned to find out how firefighters risked their own lives to save them.
We haven't had a chance to talk since you've been back.
I want to support you, but it's difficult when you're so far away.
Well, I'm leaving for Boston in a few days.
Is that what you really want?
Will it bother you not having a plan?
Life's got a way of showing you what your next move's gonna be.
What about your feelings for Cal? What feelings? Andrew and I make sense. You sure about that?
Sullivan's Crossing.
Wednesday at 8 on CW20.
Can Nariva support your brain health?
Mary, Janet, hey.
Eddie, no, Fraser, Frank. Frank?
Fred, how are you? Fred.
Support up to 7 brain health indicators, including memory. When you need to remember Nariva.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, and more.
If there's one guarantee in home ownership, it's that things are going to break down.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it.
And if they can't fix it, they will replace it.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service.
We've saved thousands of dollars that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again. Call 1-800-508-6823 now or go online to get your free no obligation quote. So call now.
Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Introducing Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain. Strengthen and tone your legs. Increase your mobility, flexibility, and balance. Plus, stimulate healthy circulation.
It's so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better. It makes me feel stronger too.
My circulation is moving, I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
Perfect for home therapy. Whisper quiet to use while you work. Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. Be one of the first callers and get upgraded to the Deluxe Bundle. Get the faster motor that produces more than 5 miles of steps per hour, a non-slip mat, and wireless remote. Call now.
Why would you buy life insurance from anyone else when Senior Life gives you all your money back? It's simple. When other companies say they save you a percentage of your money, Senior Life says we give it all back. That's right. With return of premium life insurance from Senior Life, we don't save you a percentage of your money, we give it all back, 100%. It works like this. If you pass away while you're insured, your loved ones get a check for the coverage amount you chose. But if you're still living at the end of the term, you get back all the money you paid, guaranteed. Spend it any way you wish. While others may talk about saving you money, Senior Life is the only one giving it all back. Return of premium term life insurance gives you protection if you need it and 100% cash back if you don't. Get all your money back with return of premium life insurance from Senior Life. Call the number on your screen now for free information. You have no obligation. Call now.
Don't risk your future. Don't settle for less. Call 1-800-WIN-WIN-1.
Fox 61 Weather Impact. Your weather when you need it.
You're watching Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying up with us here on CW20. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. If you were wishing for one more weekend to enjoy a taste of what feels more summer-like, well, your wishes could be granted, at least that one.
Yeah, let's check in with our own weather genie to see what's on tap for tomorrow.
Wait, is that what
Wiggle that nose. Nose genie, wiggle the nose. Oh,
I got the sound effect. Yeah, tomorrow we're looking at highs again well into the 70s. I think Sunday we're starting to trend a little bit cooler, but it's really not until next week that it truly feels like fall has arrived. 62 in Hartford, 67 the temperature for the New Haven area, and 50s currently for Torrington, for Waterbury, for Windham. Taking a look, there is a cold front approaching, and that's what will drop those temperatures for the second half of the weekend. So there is a chance for a spot shower early tomorrow before 7 or 8 a.m. The rest of the day looks dry. We'll see overnight lows falling back into the 50s as we head towards daybreak. After an early morning shower, clouds break for sunshine, and it is a warm afternoon with highs mostly in the lower to middle 70s, but upper 70s for the New Haven area, maybe for Windsor Locks as well. But I wanted to put Saturday and Sunday side by side so you could see the difference. It's not huge, but we go from 76 to 72. Inland for the shoreline, we go from 77 to 71. And in the hills, we drop a couple of degrees with highs in the 60s for the second half of the weekend. And those temperatures only continue to fall next week. We'll get another look, and we're going to check out the tropics too, where things are becoming more busy again coming up.
Rachel, thank you. The scourge of illegal guns is something personal to Bristol's law enforcement community. Next week marks 2 years since 2 of their police officers were gunned down in cold blood. And like last year, blue lights will be lit across the city to show support for their families and all police officers. Tonight comes word the department is preparing to erect a permanent memorial display in their lobby. Now, the memorial to Bristol Lieutenant Dustin DeMonte and Sergeant Alex Hamsey will be unveiled 1 week from today, Friday, October 11th at 11 a.m. The day before the city marks the 2nd year since losing these heroes. Fox 61 will be there to bring that story to you.
Also today in Bristol, officers rolled up their sleeves in a mobile blood drive to help fill an urgent need. The Bristol Police Department partnered with the Rhode Island Blood Center to set up this truck behind City Hall. One of the officers there told Fox 61 there's a local blood shortage at the hospitals. And while this isn't anything out of the ordinary, he says it's important for people to still help whenever they can.
Trying to help out our community. That's what we try to do every day, and today we're trying to do that in a different way by donating blood.
There was an incentive involved here, too. Those who donated today were entered into a raffle to win 2 tickets to see the New England Patriots play at Foxborough.
All right, to Washington now, where President Biden stunned the White House press corps today by showing up unannounced at their daily briefing.
He answered a lot of questions, too, about today's jobs report, the war in the Middle East, and more. But surprisingly, he wasn't asked about the aftermath of Helene.
Here's Jackie Heinrich.
My name's Joe Biden.
President Biden appearing to thumb his nose at today's Axios report. A quiet end to a presidency. Biden hasn't scheduled public events in 43 of the 75 days since he dropped his re-election bid. The surprise Q&A comes as Biden's VP eclipses 75 days without an official news conference since emerging as the Democratic nominee.
I'm in constant contact with her. We're singing from the same song sheet.
But Harris has not said how she would manage the growing war in the Middle East if elected. Biden's still working to constrain Israel's response to this week's Iranian attack.
If I were in their shoes, I'd be thinking about other alternatives than striking oil fields.
And signaling concern about election aftermath.
I'm confident it'll be free and fair. I don't know whether it will be peaceful. The things that Trump has said and the things that he said last time out when he didn't like the outcome of the election were very dangerous.
Harris's chances aided by a blowout September jobs report. 254,000 added, unemployment falling to 4.1%. Republican Senator Marco Rubio saying another fake jobs report out from the Biden-Harris government today. 16 of the last 17 reports have been significantly revised downwards after media helps them with their fake headlines. Biden scoffing.
Anything the MAGA Republicans don't like, they call fake. Anything.
Republicans also voicing some criticism over the dock workers' strike being suspended for the next 90 days.
Well, it's kicking the can down the road till after the election.
Biden says he issued demands with the hurricane response in jeopardy.
I was determined to avert a crisis at this moment because it's a critical moment.
And that was Jackie Heinrich reporting from the White House.
Tonight, the state's top lawyer is celebrating a victory for natural gas customers in Connecticut. The big three companies had asked for rate hikes. Connecticut Natural Gas, or CNG, Southern Connecticut Gas, both owned by Avangrid, and Yankee Gas, which is owned by Eversource. Their proposed rate hikes ranged from almost 5% to nearly 10%. State Attorney General William Tong told Fox 61 tonight CNG alone has been over-collecting millions of dollars from families, and in his words, had the gall to ask for more.
Some of it went back to ratepayers. Some of it went to their shareholders, and basically all that money really belongs to customers because you took it from them when you shouldn't have. And so that was part of the driving decision behind PURA's draft decision today.
Tong said the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority, better known as PURA, their decisions will increase CNG and SCG's revenue and lower bills for customers by about $12 to $13 a month.
A house in Plymouth was damaged tonight when it caught on fire, and we're hearing every family member and pet in the house are okay. Viewer Barry Flynn shared this video from the scene with us. As you can see, the house on Dorothy Road was burning, smoke coming from the roof. Everyone got out of the home, as we said. Their two pets were trapped inside as some firefighters extinguished the flames. Others rushed into the house to free all the pets and get them to safety. One of the pets did need to be revived. All of the animals were taken to a local veterinarian to be checked out.
Senator Chris Murphy is up for re-election come November, and he's reaching out to his constituents to tackle the issues that matter most. Senator Murphy spent the afternoon in Hartford's North End meeting with the Brother Carl Hardrick Institute for a community walk. Also, a deep conversation about gun violence. Senator Murphy spoke with youth ambassadors and students about their experiences living in the capital city and what they say needs to be done to help them feel safer at home. His opponent next month is Republican Matthew Corey, a Navy veteran who owns a bar in Hartford.
Tonight, one small step towards sending astronauts to Mars.
A UConn professor recently returned from the Johnson Space Center in Houston, where he and 3 volunteers spent 45 days living in isolation.
And as Fox 61's Bridget Bureau shows us, he is sharing his out-of-this-world journey with a television audience for the very first time.
For as long as Jason Lee could remember, he felt a gravitational pull towards space travel.
I always wanted to be an astronaut. Even as a kid, my dad was a propulsion engineer in California, so I always watched rockets launch. So that was like a dream.
And for a half summer, the University of Connecticut professor turned that dream into reality, suiting up and putting on the NASA badge to join 3 other volunteers for a once-in-a-blue-moon adventure.
It was incredible. I tell people it's like a space camp for adults.
At the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas, the crew climbed inside a human exploration research analog habitat, getting a glimpse of what a long-duration space journey entails.
We were in a habitat, 650 square feet, like a small apartment with 4 crew members. We were there for 45 days. And it was testing isolation.
It's all part of a study by NASA that simulates what astronauts would experience on a real mission to Mars, something NASA is hoping to do by the late 2030s.
They would simulate the pressurization and depressurization of the airlock. Basically, that was our way of simulating walking out of the habitat, going onto the Martian surface.
Volunteers spent their days conducting experiments, navigating stressful scenarios, and living on shelf-stable food.
We had camping food, essentially. So we had a microwave and hot water. So it was dehydrated food, a lot of nutritional bars. So a lot of us lost weight. I lost 15 pounds in there just because it's just calorie deficit.
They also stuck to strict schedules, keeping their minds and bodies active, similar to what actual NASA astronauts do up in space.
Keeping them busy is very important. But in isolation, if you're just sitting there and you have nothing to do, that can be mentally very difficult.
But Dr. Lee says living in isolation and confinement has its challenges.
Missing family, that was a big part of it. We got to communicate with family once a week. And then as time delay increased, because we're simulating flying to Mars, so the further we got into the mission, the longer the delay became.
Dr. Lee plans to apply what he learned about teamwork and stress management in his teachings at UConn, and hopes the research from his test group helps NASA as it plans its next shoot for the stars.
I think the moon is something that we should explore. I think Mars is right there. It's within our grasp. I think we should explore as much of space in general as possible.
That was Bridget Bjorlo reporting there. Still ahead on the news at 10, thinking about going apple picking this weekend. We've got just the place. Stay tuned for our look at weekend happenings, plus this story.
Connecticut Guard members are headed down to North Carolina. That's where they're going to stage to help out the Hurricane Helene victims. There's already a couple crews there, but this will be the latest one. I'll have more on what they're expected to be doing coming up next.
And no rest for the weary. It looks like another system might be developing in the Gulf. We're going to take a look at the latest information coming up.
Fox 61 Weather Impact. Your weather when you need it.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Every year, millions of noses are ghosted by their plugins. New Airwick Advanced, our groundbreaking plugin that pulls the scent for staying power up to 60 days, plus a fragrance boost button. Our noses won't be ignored again.
Why would you buy life insurance from anyone else when Senior Life gives you all your money back? It's simple. When other companies say they save you a percentage of your money, Senior Life says we give it all back. That's right. With return of premium life insurance from Senior Life, we don't save you a percentage of your money, we give it all back, 100%. It works like this. If you pass away while you're insured, your loved ones get a check for the coverage amount you chose. But if you're still living at the end of the term, you get back all the money you paid, guaranteed. Spend it any way you wish. While others may talk about saving you money, Senior Life is the only one giving it all back. Return of premium term life insurance gives you protection if you need it and 100% cash back if you don't. Get all your money back with return of premium life insurance from Senior Life. Call the number on your screen now for free information. You have no obligation. Call now.
What should we do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, and more.
If there's one guarantee in home ownership, it's that things are going to break down.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it.
And if they can't fix it, they will replace it.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service.
We've saved thousands of dollars that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again. Call 1-800-508-6823 now or go online to get your free no obligation quote. So call now.
At 1-800-GOT-JUNK, we'll remove any size mattress, just $89. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Now, Fox 61 Weather Impact with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank.
Overall, we have a nice fall weekend. There is a chance for a shower in spots early tomorrow morning. Here we are, Saturday, 7 a.m., noticing a couple light passing showers, but then they're out of here, and the rest of the day is bright and sunny and warm. It'll be a little bit cooler on Sunday, closer to average for this time of year, with highs near 70 degrees. And then heading into late Sunday night after sunset and into Monday morning, we'll see more numerous showers out there. That'll be associated with a cold front that will drop the temperatures as we head into next week. So almost every day on the 7-day forecast is a few degrees cooler than the day before it. And that will lead to some of the coolest air, or I should say the coolest stretch we've seen so far this season. Nothing unusual, but we have this big dip in the jet stream as we head into next week. And it looks like some of that cooler air has staying power. Trigger alert, because we're showing you a snow map. We are not anticipating any snow here locally within the next couple of weeks, but there could be some up through Canada and also through northern New England. It's just a sign of the times. This is what you expect this time of year. Lows tonight in the 50s to right around 60 degrees. Heading into the day tomorrow, there's that chance for an early sprinkle. This is 8 a.m. and then we're quickly clearing after that with lots of sunshine taking over, and that sun will take us through the rest of the weekend. So Saturday, we're looking at high temperatures, upper 70s for the New Haven area, mid-70s in Groton, and mid-70s in the Hartford area too. A bit cooler for Windham and Torrington, but in the same ballpark. And then notice we shave about 5 degrees off the high temperature between Saturday and Sunday, but we're talking about lots of sunshine from start to finish. And then that rain returns on Monday, followed by more dry weather as we head through a lot of next week. So I mentioned that we wanted to keep an eye on the tropics. There's Hurricane Leslie and Hurricane Kirk. Both do not pose any threat to land. They stay out to sea. Hurricane Kirk is a Category 4 hurricane, and I am so glad that it stays out to sea. I wish they all did. But we are watching the Gulf of Mexico right now, which has a higher likelihood that an area of disorganized showers and storms may be able to get its act together and could end up being our next tropical system. That would be heading into next week, so we have time to keep an eye on it. And it looks like it may end up making its way towards Florida. So I think either way, whether this system develops or it doesn't, heavy rain is looking more and more likely for the Gulf Coast of Florida, which is exactly where we don't want it. I mean, we don't want it anywhere. However, areas that were already hard hit by Helene could get more heavy rain as we head into next week. So that'll be a story that we'll be following closely. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Morning rain on Monday. We should be drying out as we head through the afternoon. And notice here's that decline in temperatures. By Tuesday, we're looking at highs in the mid-60s, low 60s by Wednesday and Thursday, and overnight lows in the low 40s. We could even see 30s for some of our cooler spots. Your shoreline 7-day near 70 for Sunday and Monday, and 60s for most of next week, guys.
Thank you, Rachel. Well, Connecticut National Guard members are in North Carolina tonight. They were deployed this morning.
Yeah, this is the second crew to be deployed to that area this week. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin was there as the soldiers shipped out today.
Another Connecticut National Guard crew is already on their way and about to be on the ground in North Carolina today. This is so they can help Hurricane Helene victims. They say that they're going to get down there and just use every effort they can to help those who are still struggling. Hurricane Helene has already claimed more than 200 lives, many of whom are in North Carolina, and hundreds are still deemed missing. The Connecticut National Guard deployed its second crew to that area today to help those in need. They're expected to bring supplies to the towns that are cut off from any other help. The 16 Guard members and 2 helicopters are joining hundreds of other military members from across the country who have also been called in to bring aid. Governor Ned Lamont was part of the crowd wishing the team luck before they took off. Members say this is one of their biggest challenges yet.
Through videos of our crew that's already down there, I can grasp how bad it is. Yeah, I have never seen anything like it personally. So just through the videos and seeing what everyone's showing from the air up there, yeah, it is hard to grasp mentally, but excited to get down there and see what we can do to help.
And that crew says right now they are expecting to come home next Friday, but depending on the impact and just the amount of devastation and the help that's still needed, they say they could potentially stay longer. We'll, of course, follow up on that as this crew goes through their mission. In Windsor Locks, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, thank you, Brooke. Yeah, help is needed. A lot of fun fall happenings across the state this weekend.
Yeah, the Southington Apple Harvest Festival officially getting underway now. Visitors will enjoy a jam-packed schedule of events, entertainment, activities, specialty foods, crafts, and fun for all ages. It runs today through Sunday and again October 11th through the 13th.
And tomorrow is Oktoberfest at Powder Ridge in Middlefield. There will be beer, wine, cider samplings, and a live band. The event runs from 3 to 8 p.m. If you add their haunting at the Ridge event to your tickets during purchase, you get a discount.
All right, stay with us. Sports is coming up.
Yeah, Jonah Karp is here with what's next. Hi, Jonah.
Hi, Sarah. Coming up, a story that will put a smile on your face. We'll show you how one local college football team is giving people with disabilities a chance to feel like part of their team. That story and more next.
Superman is dead. Can we please just enjoy the moment?
Lex Luthor will come after you and your family.
Out there, it's just gonna have to be the 3 of you.
He left something for all of you.
This is how we save Dad.
Superman and Lois.
Monday at 8 on Connecticut CW20.
Why would you buy life insurance from anyone else when Senior Life gives you all your money back? It's simple. When other companies say they save you a percentage of your money, Senior Life says we give it all back. That's right. With return of premium life insurance from Senior Life, we don't save you a percentage of your money, we give it all back, 100%. It works like this. If you pass away while you're insured, your loved ones get a check for the coverage amount you chose. But if you're still living at the end of the term, you get back all the money you paid, guaranteed. Spend it any way you wish. While others may talk about saving you money, Senior Life is the only one giving it all back. Return of premium term life insurance gives you protection if you need it and 100% cash back if you don't. Get all your money back with return of premium life insurance from Senior Life. Call the number on your screen now for free information. You have no obligation. Call now.
As much as we wish our cats could text us, they're not quite there yet. Which is why savvy cat parents choose Pretty Litter, the health monitoring cat litter that changes color to tell you what your cat can't. By appearing blue, green, orange, or red, your cat can now communicate potential illness. It's low dust, lightweight, and absorbs odor and moisture into millions of micropores to help keep your home smelling fresh. So until cats can type, make the switch to Pretty Litter. Visit prettylitter.com.
Sometimes it's hard to see past the looming repair and replacement costs all around your house. Finally, you can stop seeing money and start saving money with First American Home Warranty. First American covers the systems and appliances you depend on every day. Air conditioning, refrigerator, washer and dryer, electrical, plumbing, and more.
If there's one guarantee in home ownership, it's that things are going to break down.
When an appliance or system breaks down, First American sends a trusted contractor to fix it.
And if they can't fix it, they will replace it.
Members pay low monthly rates with unlimited claims and 24/7 customer service.
We've saved thousands of dollars that we've been able to reinvest into our home.
All plans include a no questions asked money back guarantee and flexible payment options so you can never pay for covered repairs again. Call 1-800-508-6823 now or go online to get your free no obligation quote. So call now.
No matter what time you wake up, start your day with Fox 61.
Now, Fox 61 Sports with Sports Director Jonah Karp.
And we start in Uncasville, Game 3 of the WNBA playoff semifinals between the Connecticut Sun and the Minnesota Lynx. Not a decisive game. It's a best-of-5 series, and the two teams entered Mohegan Sun Arena knotted at 1 win apiece. The Sun lost Game 2 despite holding UConn legend Nafisa Collier to just 9 points in that game. This Minnesota team is deep, but it all starts with Collier. First quarter tied at 10. Collier stops, fakes, and puts it in. Lynx up 2 and, well, expanding their lead in the second quarter. Now a 6-point game, but, hey, the Sun have stars, too. DeWanna Bonner from the parking lot. How about that? Bonner ties Candace Parker for second overall in most career playoff points. UConn's Diana Taurasi's number 1. Bonner had 16 points in this one, but Minnesota just kept building a lead. Courtney Williams drains the mid-range jumper against her former team. Lynx up 10 at that point, and they go on to win it 90-81. Collier led the way with 26 points. The Lynx and Sun, they play Game 4 on Sunday. If Minnesota wins that game, Connecticut is eliminated from the postseason. Big weekend on the ice over at UConn, starting with the women's team. What a game this was against Penn State. The Huskies were down 2-0 in the third period. They scored 3 unanswered goals, capped by that, Brooke Campbell. And the Huskies win it 3-2. It's their first win of the season, and they face Penn State again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Toscano flipped to the men's game at 7:30. The UConn men playing their season opener against Colgate. Oliver Flynn, the Wolcott native, gives UConn a 2-1 lead midway through. The Huskies didn't look back from there. UConn beats Colgate 4-2. The Huskies host Colgate again tomorrow night at 7:30. Let's take it to the gridiron for some high school football action. Xavier High School playing host to Fairfield Prep. Fairfield up 2 scores, on the move again. How about this? Robbie Manning, Jeremiah Langston, 54 yards, and Langston goes the distance. That's a lot of yards after the catch. Jesuits with a 28-7 lead, getting the ball back right before halftime. Clark Beatty punts it away. Parker Chapman back to return, and he can't corral it. Bounced on by the Falcons. Elijah Barnhart on the recovery, so the Falcons in business with 20 seconds to go. Final play before the break, only 2 seconds on the clock now. Sam Andrea back to pass, end zone batted around and picked off by Tavares Newkirk. Both teams would add to the scoreboard after the break, but the deficit just too big for the Falcons. Xavier falls to Fairfield Prep 42-19. Taking a look at some of the other scores from around Connecticut. Upset of the night. How about that first score you see? Bunnell blanking Massac 21-zip. Massac had the big upset last week when they shut out New Canaan. Maloney, Staples, North Haven, Newtown, and Hand all among the winners tonight. Over on the hardwood, preseason basketball between the Celtics and Denver Nuggets. This game happening in Abu Dhabi. Jason Tatum connects from long range. 3-pointers going around like candy in this game. Peyton Pritchard feasted from behind the arc. There he goes. 6 triples for Pritchard in this game. He led the Celtics with 21 points. Tatum had 12. The Celtics attempted 61 3-pointers in this game. That's a real stat. They made 20 of those. They beat the Nuggets 107-103. All right, here's a nice story to end the night. The Central Connecticut State Blue Devils once again welcome the Beautiful Lives Project to campus for an event that's all about inclusion. It's all about smiles, too. The Beautiful Lives Project's an organization that works to offer people of all abilities a chance to participate in activities accommodating limitations. The one in New Britain has now become an annual event. Participants join the Blue Devils football team to have some fun on the field.
It's all about the participants. They get to come out, have a great time, be part of a team. They're included for one day. That's the greatest gift we can give them.
Morgan, did you have fun today?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is unbelievable. Beautiful Lives comes out here and they do a great job participating. Our kids do an unbelievable job, but it's awesome for both our kids and for those folks who get the opportunity to come outside, play a little football, interact with our players. So for us, it's an important opportunity for our players.
My little cousin does. He's on the autism spectrum, and
just finding ways to make him happy and support others who are in the same boat as him really means a lot to me.
I've been doing this event every year since I've been here, and I feel like I made a connection with every single one of them. I know familiar faces that come out here, so when they come out here and I see them over the years, it's like a connection. So I have a connection with them. I do. It's with all the beautiful lives that come every single year. I have a connection with them.
Always a wonderful event. I was told there was between 40 and 45 people who participated in the event over at Central Connecticut State. Well, the Blue Devils have a game tomorrow. They're not traveling very far. CCSU heads to Yale for a noon kick. First time ever those two programs are meeting. What a great story.
You did leave us on a good note. Thank you, Jonah.
That's nice.
Yeah, positive beginning to our weekend. Thanks so much for joining us here on the News at 10.
Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.